everyone. Today I'm going to be doing sort of a first impressions as well as a tutorial using all e.l.f. products except for eyebrows, and I'll get into that in a second. So originally I was going to try them all out on camera, but I was just having a lot of issues. I had tried to film this video like 4 or 5 times and I was getting out of frame. My lighting was terrible, you couldn't see my swatches, I was stuttering, it was just a hot mess. So this time I'm hoping that it all runs smoothly. So e.l.f. is a brand that is very close to my heart. Shout out to my sister Jess, who gave me my very first eyeshadow palette, which was their little beauty book. And it came with 48 eyeshadows and a mirror and a little applicator, which I've lost now. And I was really able to experiment a lot, and I really enjoyed this. Can't find it in stores or on their website anymore, so if you know what happened to this, let me know. But anyways, I was really happy to be able to finally experiment with makeup. So even now that I'm kind of branching out, I want to, stay true to my roots or whatever. So I decided to try a lot more of e.l.f.'s products, and I got like 10 of them from their studio line, Beautifully Bare, some of their $1 stuff. I just went all out and tried to get a little bit of everything, eyes, lips, and face. And the only thing that I did not get for this video was brows. I wanted to get their eyebrow kit in Ash because I've heard that the light shade is really dark and I have very light eyebrows. So I'm sorry I did not get to pick up any eyebrow stuff, but every single thing in this video besides that is e.l.f. And since I was not able to film me putting them on for the first time, I'm very sorry and I do apologize for that, but I've only used these once or twice, so it's still going to be kind of first impressions. So I am going to stop rambling and get into the tutorial, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it. Okay, let's begin by putting our hair back so it does not get in the way. For my base today, I'm going to be using e.l.f.'s Beautifully Bare Foundation Serum in the shade Fair to Light. I really like this foundation. When I very first used it, I noticed that it had a sheer to light coverage, which I like because I don't feel like I need a very heavy duty foundation, with full coverage. It does have a quite runny consistency, but I do like the pump. I'm just using my fingers because I don't have a e.l.f. Foundation brush, and I tried using my regular Jackie & Lauren one, but it stained the bristles, so that was pretty weird, and I did not want to take that chance again. It blended out really easily, and it did not dry matte, which I liked because I feel like that just looks kind of flat, if you know what I'm saying, but it's not super dewy either. It was very, very nice. It felt good on the skin. It was very soft and kind of just evened everything out without being super heavy or crazy. I didn't feel like I was wearing makeup. Moving on to blush, this is from their studio line, and it is their baked blush in Peachy Cheeky. They have a couple others, but I heard really good reviews about this one. It's got really pretty gold notes in it as well, so when you put it on the cheeks, it almost looks kind of rose gold and acts as a highlighter as well. I'm just using my Jackie & Lauren blush brush, but it broke, so I think that I was just being too rough with it. I'll have to glue that back later, but I was kind of sad. So for now, I'm just using it as a kabuki. And I'm just going to swirl my brush around in the product to pick up a light amount. And I'm starting kind of in the middle of my cheek and working towards the apples, because if I start at the front, I tend to get a little bit crazy and heavy and end up with some clown circles. And I don't know, I don't think that that's a good look for me. What do you think? So as you can see, it doesn't show up in the camera very well, but there's definitely that pretty highlight going on. Now I'm going to prime my eyelids with the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Primer. And it has been compared to Urban Decay's Primer Potion, which is why I wanted to pick this one up. And it was super affordable. I think it was like $2 to $3. I will leave everything in the description below. And it just has the standard doe foot applicator. I think that the Urban Decay one has like a squeezy tube, so people liked that this one had an actual applicator. I don't know how to compare the two though, because I don't have the Urban Decay one, because I'm not going to go out and spend $18 on a primer. And I'm just using my fingers once again. It blended out really easily, but still stayed really tacky, which was good because it does really lock those shadows in. If you do make a mistake though with your eyeshadow and you're wearing primer, you can't just wipe it away, which is, you know, you gotta be careful. Then I'm using their Prism eyeshadow palette in Sunset. And I heard a lot of good reviews for the Naked one, but personally I just didn't have as many colors in my collection that were, you know, provided in this palette, so I was kind of excited to experiment with different shades, like those really gorgeous purples and whatnot. Plus it has a gold, and that is a staple for me. I love gold on the eyes. The shades are incredibly shimmery, and there are no mattes, just in case you were wondering. And it just comes with the little sponge applicator, and I'm not going to use that, but I do like that it has a well in case you want to add a brush. Then I'm just using my Makeup Revolution double-ended one that came with my Iconic Pro 1 palette because it has a really good fluffy side, which is awesome for blending colors into the crease. And I'm taking that kind of light pinky shade and the light purpley one, and I'm just mixing those two together and applying them to my crease as a transition shade. Mixing those two gives a really pretty warm peachy color, and I just love it for the crease. Now I'm just blending it out on my other eye to make them look identical, or as close to it as I can. Next, I'm using, I think this is the e.l.f. flat shader brush. Kathleen Lights recommended this one, and it's really good. It's actually really soft, considering it's only $1, so I would definitely recommend this. I'm sorry for the sparkles, I forgot to clean this out before I filmed. Now, as you probably could have guessed, I'm going into that really pretty gold shade and just pressing it onto the lid to try and minimize fallout. Now I'm going to be taking this really pretty baked eyeshadow trio in Brown Bonanza. And here is a kind of, to show you the size difference, it is a little bit smaller than the baked blush. And I'm just going to be using that same flat shader brush and taking the little brown shade down there, which is more matte than the others but still has a slight bit of shimmer. And I'm going to apply this to the outer edge of my waterline. And then I'm going to take my pinky, because I don't have a pencil brush, and I'm going to take that really, really pretty light shimmery white shade and apply that to my inner corner and tear duct. This will brighten up the eye, and I just think it ties the look together so nicely. So just like the brown gave it some depth, this highlight shade is going to kind of make it pop some more so that we don't look so like sunken in. And now I'm moving on to eyeliner, and I'm using this really awesome intense ink eyeliner in the shade Blackest Black. and I love this eyeliner. I've tried other e.l.f. eyeliners and they're pretty good too, but this one just takes the cake. I mean, look at that tip. It's so fine and pointy, and it just makes it so much easier to get a really gorgeous, you know, crisp line when you're doing a winged eyeliner. And mine does not look that good because I, you know, am not really comfortable with doing my wings on camera, but I wanted to show you guys, or try to anyway. So don't let that fool you. Just because I'm not skilled when doing this kind of thing on camera does not mean that this is not a good product. It is so easy to make wings with this. I love it. I would highly, highly, highly recommend this because I think it's only $3 at Target and on their website as well. And compared to other eyeliners, it's just so much easier to get that really, really small point at the very tip of your wing. I was just so anxious and nervous about doing this on camera. I felt like I was doing it wrong, so I totally made mine crooked, so ignore that, sorry. Then moving on to brows, I'm just using my Anastasia Brow Duo, or whatever you would call it, in blonde. And it's just powder, because I'm way too afraid to try gel just yet. And I'm using my number 7 Anastasia eyebrow brush with the little tiny angled bit on that end and a spoolie on the other. And I'm just mixing the two colors because my eyebrow hairs are not too dark, but they're not like super white either. And I'm starting at the front of my brow to kind of define it, not make it boxy, but give it a little bit more definition. And then I just brush through the little hairs with the spoolie as I go to make sure that the product is evenly distributed. And I, with this look anyway, wanted to have a kind of nice defined arch because I think that it goes really nice with that wing for a bold eye look. Then I'm using the mineral infused mascara, and I love this. It's only $3 and it is the best mascara I've ever used. As you can see, the wand moves a little bit, but it's not so crazy that you feel like you can't get enough pressure on your lashes. It just really helps make it more flexible and easy to get really down in there near the roots. And I was rushing doing my mascara right here, but I swear this stuff can be built up to downright spidery lashes. Sorry, spidery. So you can go very, very natural like I did here. I was going to go thicker, but like I said, I was rushing. And you can make it super long and thick and bold as well. This is great for everyone, I think, especially if you're just starting out with mascara and you want something that's going to separate your lashes and not be super clumpy. And also, you know, not cost $100. I don't know if they have a $100 mascara actually, but you know what I mean. And I'm just priming my lips with my EO's chapstick in Mint. Now to complete the look, I'm going to be using this really awesome matte lip color. I was so impressed with this. It goes on so smoothly. Even when I think about, you know, oh, it's a matte. Yeah, I was so afraid that it was going to be super drying, but it's actually quite moisturizing and it feels very nice on the lips. It's super comfortable. And this is a perfect nude for me. The shade Praline just matches my natural lip color, kind of like my lips but better. And they have a ridiculously wide range of colors, so you can find the perfect nude for your skin type and your lip color, or you can go really bold. I know that they have some really gorgeous reds and corals as well. Oh, and on the other end I showed you a second ago, that's a sharpener. So this is the final look. I really enjoy this. And I think that I'm going to be wearing something like this on a regular day basis, maybe without the eyeliner, just to, you know, tone it down a notch and make it look soft. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this look, and I was so impressed with all of the products. Thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.